Brenda Nyaringita, and I'm the project lead of Engineer Ed. Engineer Ed is going to be a platform, a digital platform that provides content for educators in Kenya that summarizes the tough topics that students struggle with in either mathematics or physics, and teaches these topics using coding concepts in a simplified manner for either high school or primary level students. Back in campus, I was struggling really to learn programming myself, and I lacked a lot of access to either a laptop or the internet or even a smartphone to teach myself. And so I started to teach high school kids programming under a program called Kira Chicks. And after this, sometime last year, I started with a partner to now try and target only teachers and train them. So because of this, several platforms that led me to teach and even learn and love to teach programming to young students, I came to realize what the problems were, how to better solve them, and that's how Engineer Ed came up. Our goal is then to have, if the math is that one teacher can actually impact hundreds of students with the same skills that we want, rather than us going county to county across Kenya teaching students only. Initially, before Engineer Ed came to be, the main beneficiaries were students, mostly high school students and a few primary level students in Kenya. Though last year we got a grant that enabled us to teach in a program under a partner called KamiLimu. We taught 128 students. This was now the first time that we were running this under the name of Engineer Ed, and then we had around 10 schools, teachers from 10 schools, which were both maths and physics and other subjects, teachers who joined us into this program to also go through the training for how to teach topics in maths and physics using coding concepts. My biggest success story so far has been receiving a grant from the IEEE. IEEE is the Institute of Electrical and Electrical Engineers, which has a program called Try Engineering. So receiving an award of $2,000, which actually enabled us to run experiments and see if this concept that we had in mind was going to actually work. And through this grant, we've now been encouraged. We are currently applying for even more grants. We got very many networks, and also through this grant we made our first partnership with KamiLimu to actually run such workshops across various counties in Kenya, and we managed to actually teach students from as far as the western region and even Embu and all across Kenya. Engineer Ed being young and still growing, we do not have direct access because none of us are teachers. We do not have direct access to students, and during the COVID period it was really hard to keep up with the changing curriculum and even getting access to students. I have been very much passionate about social impact, however, even though my background is in engineering, and I definitely see myself being one of the people who change laws or actually implement better curriculum in not just the Kenyan but in the African context, especially in EdTech. So in my next 5 to 10 years, I hope to partner with more organizations that are actually running similar programs, not just in Kenya, but moving on to East Africa and countries all the way to the West Africa, like Ghana. I see myself also having integrated the content that we come up with into even the CBC, because Kenya is currently moving into tech. And so I hope to have influenced that this kind of curriculum is implemented and incorporated within CBC. I see myself as having so much benefit from Zuri, the Zuri community, by connecting with these women, forming partnerships, getting even mentorship, because I understand some are ahead of me. And even apart from that is I very much align with what Zuri Awards is looking for, and that's empowering more women into social impact and business. And I in the future see myself as even benefiting Zuri by being either a mentor or just a contributor to Zuri. When I think of the word break the bias, I look back to times when I was studying engineering, and a lot of people were asking me, why are there less ladies in engineering? And I trace back this issue to there are less ladies even taking physics, and even fewer who enjoy mathematics. And therefore, Engineer Ed is looking to take these two subjects, maths and physics, make them fun, add projects, add some bit of programming, and just make them very much enjoyable. through this, we actually see this encouraging more students, especially young girls in high school, to take up physics. If more girls can take up physics and enjoy physics, then they will definitely enjoy innovation, engineering, and we'll get to see more ladies taking up engineering. And so that circles back to the whole theme of breaking the bias of seeing engineering and physics as, male-dominated fields or careers.